Behold, ooh, I've been waiting to do this one. Excalibur in the Raw. A build focused on dealing huge damage with Exalted Blade without relying on stealth gas damage multipliers, which are going to get nerfed soon. But we're not avoiding those because they're going to get nerfed soon. We're avoiding them because we do not need them. I'm going to come back and talk about these mods in a sec, but I want to quickly show you what's on my Excalibur and my Nikana just so you know. So I just want you to note that we're not reducing the enemy's armor in any way, and we're also not using gas damage multipliers or anything like that. This is just raw damage. So we're going to fight these heavy gunners. We're going to get in close. I'm going to activate Exalted Blade. I'm going to jump up, give them a little blind, and now we're going to start hacking away. And as you can see, they die in a very timely manner, an extremely timely manner. We have absolutely no problem making very, very short work of them and keeping them blinded non-stop. My energy is still extremely high. You'll notice that starting from full, I have barely lost 20 energy while doing this entire process. Those enemies didn't have any armor reductions, and we weren't using gas multipliers. You don't need more damage than this. You're not going to fight level 100 heavy gunners on a regular basis when you're playing the normal parts of the game, so this is as much damage as you need. Let's talk about exactly how that happened. One of the keys here is that you can boost your power strength without making your efficiency really bad. We're not using blind rage, but we have over 250% power strength because of growing power and energy conversion. Now this will give you 50% and this 25% power strength if you have their conditions active when you cast Exalted Blade. So this one you've got to grab an energy orb before your Exalted Blade, and this one you've got to apply a status effect 6 seconds before your Exalted Blade. Now you might be saying, you've got to be kidding me, you have to do that before every Exalted Blade. Well, we have 190% power efficiency, so you're never going to cast Exalted Blade again. You can cast it once and remain in it for basically an indefinite period of time. I've got 60 energy, so I'm going to cast it, go to 53 from casting it, and you can see at the bottom right corner that it's reducing extremely slowly. About 1 every 2 seconds is how much energy it costs. A ridiculously small amount. You would have to be AFK to lose this. 2 quick notes. First of all, although the listed cap for power efficiency is 175%, we actually have 90% additional power efficiency, and that gets applied to the per second cost on Exalted Blade. That's what we're here for. Second of all, if you feel like you need a little bit less damage or a little bit less range, you could swap in Steel Fiber and or Firewalker to be tankier or go faster. Very good option. And of course, there's really nothing special on this Nikana either. It's just base damage, more base damage, attack speed, and more attack speed. And then I got Life Strike, which I hardly ever use because most of the time the enemies are blinded. But I definitely recommend you keep this on because you don't really need more damage. But one of the most important pieces of this puzzle is Doriga with the Artax. Now it doesn't have to be Doriga, but Doriga has the longest attack range of all Sentinels at 70 meters, and the Artax is a cold beam weapon from the Taxon Sentinel that gets a guaranteed cold proc on enemies. It is very weak damage and has other bad supplemental stats, but with no mods, you shouldn't bother modding it for anything, it will give you a guaranteed cold proc, and that will proc your growing power on yourself. You can just walk toward enemies and look in the top right corner, right? I haven't shot yet, but I have growing power, and I just got it again, and I just got it again because my Sentinel is lasering all these enemies and proccing growing power for me. So at any given time that I'm ready, I can just cast Exalted Blade and start going to town on these enemies with no worries. I don't have to pay attention to when it is. It's really not very demanding. You just have to pick up an energy orb at some point. And of course, Doriga also has very good precepts, a hard stun in melee range, a group stun at medium range, and then it's pretty tanky. So it's not a bad Sentinel overall anyway, let alone the fact that it has great range to apply your growing power with its Artax. Now for supplemental weapons, I honestly don't find myself actually using my supplemental weapons with this loadout, but you can definitely use some things that reliably proc statuses in case your Sentinel dies. Here's my Akstiletto build. I've ignored crits here. It can be a good weapon with crits, the difference is not huge, and I prefer the consistency. So here's my corrosive and heat-based Akstiletto build. If I needed to strip armor for some reason, or I just have to fight targets that are really far away, this is a very efficient weapon. You all know this. It's a fantastic pistol. And then here's my Rakta Cernos. This is just a long-ranged option. Remember that your blade waves do decrease with distance now, since a relatively not recent anymore nerf. That means you don't want to fight targets far away with Exalted Blade, so here's my Rakta Cernos, but again, it's very basic. You all know what this weapon's about. You basically just go crazy. I've avoided Argon Scope here just because this is a fast-firing bow, and I don't want to have to go for headshots, but I did put in bladed rounds. And that, my friends, was Excalibur in the Raw. I hope that you enjoyed this build. I hope that you find it nice and easy to cleave through high-level enemies, even armored as they might be, with this build. And I hope you stick around for the rest of the Excal week. Tomorrow, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm just giving away some mods that affect bullet jump, including Firewalker, which you saw in this video, and some platinum for free. You don't have to do anything, you just have to go to that video, watch that video, and I'll give away some free stuff. So that'll be tomorrow, stick around for that. And any appearances you saw in this video will be featured in Fashion Frame Fridays at the end of the week. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.